for the centroid of plane area, we will define the centroid represented by C, and it will have coordinates bar x and bar y. Okay? So, the formula for bar x is that we have to take moment about y over area, and the formula for bar y, we have it as moment about x all over area. Okay? So, in other words, to find the centroid, we need two components, and that is moment y and moment x. And by the way, this also includes area. Okay? So, the formula for moment about y will be, we have the integral of a times bar x. And then we have the moment about x. The formula is integral of area times bar y. Okay? So, we define centroid of plane area as the, okay? So this again defined to be a point which is located at the center of a plane region. So suppose if we have this as our plane region, okay? So the centroid will lie at the center of the plane region. And it has coordinates bar x, bar y. So with regards to centroid of plane area, we will deal with the coordinates of the point which is known as centroid having bar x, and of the plane area bounded by the curve y equals square root of x and the line x equals 2. To solve for the centroid of the plane area, we need to sketch first y equals square root of x. And the line x equals 2. We will define the region bounded by the curve, with the two curves, okay? So when we say y equals square root of x, so this is a parabola. A parabola which opens to the right, but it is half parabola, okay? Where the vertex is still at 0, 0. So we have it as this shape, this region here, okay? Then it is bounded also by x equals 2. So if we have x equals 2, let's say this now x equals 2. So the region now is this shaded part here, okay? So the first thing to do is to find, after we sketch the region, we will define now the area first, okay? So what strip you want to use? So let us make use of vertical strip. Okay, so let us find out the area. So the formula is length times width. So let us then identify the length. The length here is the variable of integration, which is dx. Okay? Because the strip is perpendicular to the x-axis. What about the width? The width will be the difference of the coordinates of the y up and y down. So identifying now the points on the rectangle, endpoints of the rectangle, we have it as xy, and then we have the other one which is lying on the x-axis x0. So that when you define out the width, we have the formula that is y up minus y down. So what is y up minus y down? So since we have y minus 0, that is y. And what will then be the limits? The limits now we have it from, okay, we have here the vertex of the parabola 0, 0, and the point here is 2, 0. So the limit will be from 0 to 2. Okay? Then let us now define y. We cannot integrate because this is y in terms of x. So, defining now y equals square root of x dx. Okay? So, let us now integrate square root of x dx. So, that is x raised to 3 halves. Then we have 2/3 as the coefficient from 0 to 2. Then, defining now the value of the area, we have to replace now x by 2 and 0. So we have 2 or square root of 2 raised to 3. Then we have the other one minus square root of 0 raised to 3. So of course the other term will be 0. Then we have now simplifying now square root of 2 raised to 3 will give us 4 times square root of 2 all over 3. So this is now the area. So the unit is in terms of square unit. Okay, let's now define the centroid of the plane area bounded by y equals square root of x and x equals 2. Okay, so let us again graph the region. So this is the graph of the region a while ago. Okay, so as we have defined centroid to be the point which is located at the center of this plane region, so let us now define the value of the centroid in terms of bar x and bar y. Okay? So what we're going to do is to take moment about y or moment about x, so whichever comes first. Okay? So if you want to take first moment y, so we have now the formula is the integral of a, it stands for area, 10 times bar x. Okay? So what do we have here a while ago for integral of area? It is square root of x dx from 0 to 2. So you take the one that is that has integral, not the answer of area, okay? So that is now integral of square root of x dx from 0 to 2. Then what about bar x? If you have used the vertical strip here a while ago, okay, so this bar x will now be represented by x, okay, because this point is, which is our center, it's also the distance from the point, from the line rather y axis, or from the line x equals 0. So therefore the distance is x. So therefore bar x is x. Okay, so let us have that. But we have bar x equals x. Okay, so let us write it here. Okay, so that means we have now integral of x times square root of x dx. So simplifying, we get x raised to 3 halves dx. And integrating further, we have now x raised to 3 halves plus 1, we have it as 5 halves, then the reciprocal of 5 halves is 2 over 5. Then that is from limits 0 to 2. Okay, so applying now the limits, we have 2 over 5, then we have square root of 2 raised to the 5th power minus square root of 0 raised to the 5th power. Okay? So what do we have here now? For the moment about y. For moment about y now we have 2/5. Then what about square root of 2 raised to 5th? So that is square root of 2 5 times, right? And the value is 4 square root of 2. Then minus 0 here, okay? So what is then the answer? That is now 8 square root of 2 over 5. So that is now the moment about y. And if we will now take bar x, we will now compute for bar x because we can now proceed in defining bar x. That is the formula moment y over area. So moment y we have computed. By the way, the unit here is cubic units. Okay? For moment y now we have 8 square root of 2 over 5 divided by the area. We can also have this later as multiplication, right? So 8 square root of 2 over 5 for moment y. What about the area a while ago? We have it as 4 times square root of 2 over 3. Okay? So let us now simplify. So you have 8 square root of 2 over 5 multiplied by the reciprocal of 4 square root of 2 over 3. We have this as 3 all over 4 square root of 2. So as you can see, we have here cancellation of common factors. And then we have also 8 and 4. What is then the answer? So this is now 6 over 5. Okay? So that is 6 over 5. So that is now your RX. Okay? What about now for bar y? To determine bar y, okay, so we'll take moment x. Okay, and the formula for moment x is area times bar y. Okay, so for bar y now, since it is a vertical strip, we will take the distance between the 2 points. But this time, it's not actually distance, but it is the midpoint because this centroid is located at the center of the region. So we will assume that the bar y, the point here, is also located at the middle of the rectangle. So that we'll make use of the midpoint formula. Okay? So for bar y, so we have y up plus y down over 2. Okay? So if we have the points now, the endpoints, okay, that's determine the endpoints. We have x, y for the endpoints of the rectangle. First endpoint, then the other will be x0. So what is then bar y? Bar y now will be, it is y up, that is y, plus y down is 0 over 2. So bar y now we have y over 2. Okay? So let us now compute. So for moment x, so area is again square root of x dx from 0 to 2. But then we have here now, bar y is y over 2. We cannot integrate the integral because it contains y. So what we're going to do is to replace this by, what is then y? Y is square root of x over 2 dx. Okay? So what we have here now is 1/2 times integral of x, because square root of x times square root of x is x. Then the limit is from 0 to 2. Okay, so what is then the integral of x dx? So we have it as x squared over 2 from 0 to 2. So this then becomes 1/4 x squared from 0 to 2. Okay, so what we have here now, so apply now the limits 1/4, then you have 2 squared minus 0 squared. So that moment x now, we have value 1/4 times 4, which is now 1 cubic meters. Okay? And then when you define now the bar y, which is one part of the centroid, the bar y now is moment x over area. So what is moment x? Moment x is 1. What about the area? A while ago we have it as 4 square root of 2 over 3. Or you can also have this as 3 all over 4 square root of 2. Okay? So this is now your bar 1. So the final answer now will be centroid, represented by C, where we have bar x is 6 over 5, and bar y is p all over 4 times square root of 2. So do not forget to enclose your answer.